Hello, Richard Beach here from Sonic Stay Amped, and welcome to another bite-sized Boss review. Right now we're looking at the loop station, the RC-3, one of Boss's flagship pedals. So, for a bite-sized review, there's actually quite a lot to go through. I'm going to go on with it quite quickly. Let's start off with the control panel. You've got split pot here, so you can control the volume of your loop and the volume of your input as well. And then you've got a memory bank here, so you can go up and down the memory bank. And there's 99 memory slots, so basically you can save 99 different recordings, different loops if you want to. Rhythm on or off. At the moment that's just giving me a metronome, a tap tempo, but you can hold down that button for 2 seconds. And then, yeah. I think we'll turn that off for a bit. So there, yeah, you've also got the tap tempo, so if you want that metronome going on while you're recording something, you can tap the tempo that you want to be playing along to, and then it means you've got a nice and tight recording, and then you can take it out again when you want to start looping with it and start performing with people. And then you've got the right button up here, which if you hold down for 2 seconds will delete whatever is in your memory bank. So, a lot to go through. There's also 2 outputs, so you can have a stereo output and 2 inputs as well. So, let's get started. What I'm going to do is basically just show you how to record a loop. Like I said, I'm on bank 20. I'll record the loop and then I'll just keep it going and I'll start recording over it. Sorry. What you do basically to stop recording, you hit it twice, and then to stop it, you hit it again. So as you can see, basically you press record, and then you start recording your loop, the first loop that you're recording. When you want that to stop and then go back to the beginning of the loop, you just hit it once. From then on, it will carry on recording everything you do while each loop is going through, and basically add on to that original sound. You can just layer and layer and layer, which is really cool. A lot of people use this for doing like open mic nights, doing acoustic gigs and stuff like that, just building up a mini band as they go along, and a lot of people have made successful musical careers out of doing things like that. Some people just find it useful for rehearsing, so there is a lot you can do with it. Right, so in terms of the memory banks, banks 90 to 99, you can actually store music on there. So at the moment there's just preloaded backing track. And you can record over those and practice over those. But if you plug the looper into a computer via USB cable, you can actually put your own backing tracks on there, which just makes it a bit more kind of interesting in terms of if you're going to a gig and you've got something recorded and you just want to play along with it, and that's quite handy. Or if you're just practicing along to things on the road. And then one useful thing is that if you have, say, a verse in bank 80, and then in bank 81, you have a chorus part already recorded and already set up. And you're just playing along for your... You're playing along for a verse part, and if you wanted to then next go to 81, you could do that, and then you can go to 81 next. Sorry, it's hard to push this down properly with your hand, but you can basically queue up another loop for another part of the song. That's quite hard to do, flicking through these with your fingers when you're playing something in the middle of a gig and you're standing up and this is on the floor. So what you can do is plug one of Boss's expression pedals into the sidle pedal here and just stomp that to go up or stomp it to go down, and then cue up the phrases like that. So really useful, being able to plug things into it, being able to cue things up at gigs, being able to basically do more than one simple loop. So what happens, for example, if I'm playing and I make a mistake? So there's my loop. If I start playing over this and I make an error, which I'll do now, and I don't like that, I can hold it down quickly and I can undo what I just did. So you can hear that the part I just recorded is no longer on there. So I think, you know, if you're playing on stage and you're creating a massive loop and you do a bum note and you really don't want that to be in the loop, then that's really handy. So hopefully I've gone through the main things you can do with this pedal. It is one of the more famous loop stations out there. It's for a very small stomp that is not going to take up a lot of space on your pedal board, like these Boss compact pedals. It's good. It has a lot of functionality packed into a small space. Obviously there is a bigger loop station you can get from Boss if you want to do more. But you know, this would be all I need as a guitarist. It's good for rehearsal and it's good for taking out on the road and just, you know, rocking up to an open mic and doing something. So yeah, it's definitely worth a shot. I would go and test one out for yourself because it does take a little while to get used to tapping things twice and holding things down. And if you're performing with it, if you buy one, you go and perform with it quite soon, then you might make a bit of an idiot of yourself on stage if you haven't quite got to grips with it. So make sure that you can sort of work with it, make sure that it suits you as a player, and then see if you want one.